The time has come for us to stop messing around. Whoops! Cause don't you know that I like having you around in my life? Whoops! Oh, boy, boy. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, Lord, don't. Alright, man, look. My heart, whoops, is yearning for your love. Whoops, I'm in love. Let's get to the video. Now, I know you guys have often heard me say that I am a bigger boxing fan than I am a boxer fan. Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of boxing than I am of boxer, which is why I'm able to be fair and unbiased in most of my analysis when it comes to boxing. And I get comments all the time, hey, you must be a fanboy of Manny Pacquiao and a hater of Floyd Mayweather. Then I get comments saying, you must love Floyd Mayweather and hate Manny Pacquiao. And I get comments saying, you are a huge fanboy of Deontay Wilder and a hater of AJ. And then I got a comment yesterday that said, undercover ShowBizz, though, you're undercover fanboy of AJ and you hate Deontay Wilder. You get those comments when you are unbiased. So I am unbiased and I'm fair across the board. And with me being more of a fan of boxing, I started thinking about this question here. And it really kept me up last night. Which is better for the sport of boxing? If Anthony Joshua were to beat Andy Ruiz, or if Andy Ruiz were to beat Anthony Joshua in this rematch? Boot. There are pros for both of them winning. I just want to know which one outweighs the other. And then on top of that, there are a few cons here. Well, there's one big con, really. Let's discuss it. Let's start with Anthony Joshua. Now, if Anthony Joshua were to beat Andy Ruiz, there's a few things that'd be great, okay? Now, I'm talking about for Anthony Joshua and for the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing want greats, okay? And if Anthony Joshua were to beat Andy Ruiz, it would solidify him as, hey, man, this guy's a great boxer. He just had an off night. There are many great boxers who lost and came back to have their revenge. And he would go down with those legends. People like Lennox Lewis, who lost to Oliver McCall and lost to Rockman and had his revenge, both of those fights. People like Evander, the real deal Holyfield, losing his title to Riddick Bowe, getting his revenge. Really, that first fight was probably one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. And the greatest, Muhammad Ali losing to Leon Spinks and regaining his title, his next fight, getting his revenge against Leon Spinks. So AJ would go down with those heavyweights, and that's a great thing. Also, you have those whispers, those murmurs, that conversation once again being had between those boxing fans, everyone in the boxing community saying, who is better, Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua? And that's always great for the sport. So if Anthony Joshua were to be able to erase what happened in June and have his revenge, and he would be able to prove another thing about his character, the way he handles adversity. And that's great when it comes to boxing. Being undefeated isn't the only thing that can make you great. Also, how you handle adversity. Mostly how you handle adversity. That's what I mean. Anthony Joshua being knocked down by Klitschko, getting back up, knocking out Klitschko, losing to Andy Ruiz and have his revenge and beat Andy Ruiz. That's amazing. That goes to his boxing character, his heart, his will, who he is as a fighter, as a heavyweight champion. Also, there can be a chance for a trilogy, and that's always great. So if he were to win, those are huge pros. Now, here's the con. I'm not sure we can have undisputed. What I mean by that is if Deontay Wilder were to beat Tyson Fury and keep his title as WBC champion, I'm not sure we can have that fight between Anthony Joshua and Wilder so we can have undisputed. Why? Because we didn't have it before. And I'm not going to place the blame on Wilder here or place the blame on AJ. Both of them are to blame. Both teams, they've had their moments where I can blame either one of the teams, okay? So what I'm saying is if we didn't have it before, I can't really put that much faith on us having it now if Anthony Joshua were to beat Andy Ruiz. So that's a huge con. Now let's think about Andy Ruiz. If Andy Ruiz were to beat Anthony Joshua, here's the thing. You have a fighter that didn't just have 15 minutes of fame. Another Buster Douglas. You have a a true heavyweight champion, and that's great. And Anthony Joshua wouldn't disappear. He'll still be there. It's just that Andy Ruiz, he's now true. Also, with Andy Ruiz, if he were to win, you will start thinking to yourself, wait a minute here. You have a guy, a champion, who's going to take that long, dark, and bumpy road, kind of like Anthony Joshua. You'll have a guy defending his belts against top guys. And I don't know if they really question Anthony Joshua's resume, okay? As a champion, the fighters that he defended his belt against, they were top shelf guys. So you kind of look at Andy Ruiz and you see him, if he becomes champion, you can't help but to imagine that he would be taking on the Deontay Wilders, the Tyson Furies, the Alexander Usyks, all those guys, the Dillian Whites, because no one is afraid of Andy Ruiz. So you can kind of feel that if Andy Ruiz wins, he'll have that type of violent road as champion. Also, with Andy Ruiz winning, you also have the first Mexican heavyweight champion. Now, we had that, but I'm talking about defending. And we all know the biggest supporters of boxing right now is the Mexican fan base. And that is a huge pro when it comes to Andy Ruiz winning. Also, you know for sure with him being under the PBC, we have a chance if Deontay Wilder were to beat Tyson Fury, that we'll have that very fast fight, that road towards undisputed. And that's always great for boxing, one face, one name, which is why Deontay Wilder, he isn't just thinking that Andy Ruiz is going to beat Anthony Joshua. He's pulling for him. Now, as far as the con, okay, the con is you have this sense, okay, across the boxing community that Andy Ruiz, he is not quite a giant. You have many people saying, oh man, Andy Ruiz, good. He's holding the belts for a while until Deontay Wilder gets it. So that's the only con. Is he the figure that AJ is? And that AJ was when he was a unified champion. So that's up to debate too. So let me know what you all think in the comments below. I am really struggling with what is best for the boxing community. If Andy Ruiz win or Anthony Joshua win, really, may the best man win. But still, with me being a bigger fan of boxing than I am of boxer, I can't help but to think, who are you really pulling for? If you want the boxing community, if you want the sport of boxing to actually levitate and to grow with one of these fighters being the unified heavyweight champion. ShowBizz the adult. I'm out.